Hi, good people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching from. And I'm just here to share some good news about my first Ugandan client, my first international client that I'm having, I'm working with. And I applied for her with an agency because she didn't have the money to do the process by herself. So she opted for an agency. So I applied with one of the best agencies that if you work with them, your process is not going to be delayed, because there are some agencies that just drag and drag and drag. So I want to choose for you some of the best agencies that will not drag you through the process and feel like, oh, you are stuck in Africa or you are stuck from wherever you are, because not all agencies are very quick to do the process for you. Some will take months to even respond to a thing that, like another agency responds so quickly. So I'm here to help you make informed choices when it comes to choosing the right agency. Obviously, I'm not going to share the details uh, like online, but when it comes to a one-on-one, I tell you, like, these are the advantages and the disadvantages of this particular agency. And the reason why I want you to work with this agency is because of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because obviously there's some agencies that you work with, and the kind of contract that you sign, it makes you bound to them, so that when you go to the US and you want to leave before your contract ends, the amount of money that you're required to pay them is so exorbitant you can't even afford it, and you're left to serve them for the rest of maybe like 3 years, and yet you found maybe something else, but paying it off is a crazy amount of money. Sorry about that. So I'm just here to guide you through that process. And so if you have a neighbor, if you have a sister, a brother who is a nurse, a cousin, your mother is a nurse, and she's thinking like, oh, I'm not a Gen Z, I can't move, please, I'm a millennial, I can't move, please tell your mama, even women in their 50s, they are moving and they're changing lives, because this is just about destiny. Okay. And NCLEX is not hard, it's doable. It's doable. It is doable, because sometimes you find clients maybe who are mothers and they really don't know how to go about this process, and they're like, I'm too old to study. You're not too old, darling. Because if you're a mother and you're thinking about the future of your children, not that the US is gonna solve all your problems. It all depends on how you know how to manage your finances. But when you move abroad as a mother, you're going to change the lives of your children, the lives of not just your children, your brothers, your sisters, your neighbors, your cousins, because you're in a position right now to even just give, even if it's 5,000 Kenyan shillings, somebody will be asking you, I don't have school fees, there's an orphan somewhere, there's a widow somewhere. You're able to do all this. But when you remain back home, you're not even able to help yourself. Yeah, do it for your children. Do it for your children. So I just go through some of the questions that the agencies will ask you from the word go, from the point you start, like interacting. So one of the questions is, do you have a diploma in nursing or BSN, and what is the year of your graduation? Please don't say that you've forgotten the year you graduated. So just remember the date, the month, and the year, because these are some of the things that we'll be filling out on your CGFNS form. And what is the name of your school where you took your BSN or your diploma? If you're coming from Kenya Medical Training College or any university, you write it to them. When did you sit for your nursing licensure exam? That's another question. So there's a difference between when you graduated, the school you graduated from, and then your nursing licensure exam. So sometimes, like, you can finish your diploma or your degree in 2025 December, but you do your nursing licensure examination maybe in January, in February, or in March, depending on when the nursing council delivers the exam. Did you have to resit any portion of the exam? If yes, if you did have a repeat in any of your exams, tell them yes, and then tell them that you did a receipt and these are the results, and now you're fully licensed and you're practicing. And then, have you taken the NCLEX exam? So there are some people who have already done the NCLEX exam, but it's very hard for them to find a job. So some people opt out to go for the direct hire companies that recruit nurses to the US, or some people still prefer to apply for the jobs by themselves. So it all depends with you. So we'll share the pros and cons. Once you start our coaching program, we share with you the pros and cons of going with an agency, or the pros and cons of doing it by yourself, in terms of maybe time delay, financially, like how is it going to favor you, depending on what capacity you have financially, and so many other factors that make you know not pursue maybe like your dream journey to the US? And then, are you currently working as a nurse? Obviously, they're expecting that you're working as a nurse for you to be able to retain your license, because they only want people who are actively practicing. They don't expect you to have any gaps when it comes to working as a nurse. They expect you to be working as a full-time nurse, not as a part-time. And the reason why I always insist to nurses that you should be working actively, this one increases your chances of being picked, because if you tell them that you're not working currently, or you are doing part-time, this one lowers your chances of being picked by the agency or by the hospital that you are applying to. So just make sure you're working full-time as a nurse. And then, what is the name of your facility? They will obviously want to know the name of your facility. And the reason is that at some point, for instance, if you've not done your NCLEX, when you're applying maybe to for a visa to go to for your exam, maybe in South Africa, in India, if they ask you maybe like for letter of employment, where are you gonna get the letter of employment if you're forging things? You cannot forge enough. You can lie here and there, but at the end of it all, it will get to that point whereby they need your HR. They need letter of employment from your HR. Where are you gonna get it from? So just be honest with the process from the word go. And if you're not working, we're here to help you with that, and how you're gonna start actively practicing as a nurse, even if you do not have full-time employment. That is part of what I do in the coaching program. What level of facility are you currently working in? So is it a level 4, level 5? Is it like a national hospital? Are you working in a primary care setting, secondary care setting? They all call it different names. Are you working in a private hospital? Those are some of the questions. And then, are you employed and paid by the facility, or are you locum or a volunteer? So just be honest. So these are also some of the things that also affect you being picked by the agency or by the hospital. Because if you're employed, your chances of being picked are very high. You should be fully employed. And also, if you're a locum, make sure that yes, you're a locum, but you go there full time. It's not like you're a locum, but you go there 1 day or 2 days. Make sure that if you're a locum, you are telling them, yes, I'm on locum, yes, I'm a volunteer, but I go to work every single day, or 56 hours a week, 60 hours a week, 40 hours a week. That is what they're looking at. So these are just questions that they look very simple, but depending on the answer that you give them, it's going to make them feel like, we're just dropping you. They look very simple questions. Yes, they are. But these are somehow tricky when you answer them, because if you tell them you're working like in Cathons or any dispensary, definitely they're not gonna pick you. Yes, you're working full time, but that's not the kind of facility that they want to take a nurse from, because you don't have that exposure, you don't have that experience. Because when you're going to the US, you're going to work maybe in a hospital, a big hospital, and they want you to have the right kind of skills. You know. So the other thing is, what is your total years of experience? So yeah, you just tell them maybe 5 years, 2 years, 10 years of experience. That's it. And then also on the total years of experience, this goes to the student nurses who have just recently graduated. So if you've recently graduated and you really have that desire of going to the US, nothing prevents you from starting your NCLEX journey. Yeah, so don't wait, because some agencies will tell you, oh, we're not picking you, we're waiting for you to have maybe 1 year experience, 2 years experience for you to start with us. It's okay, don't feel discouraged. We can start this process with you, the credentialing process, and then by the time you're done with your NCLEX, you already have at least 6 months experience, you already have 1 year experience, and then you can apply either direct hire company to take you to the US, and then also you can apply with them depending on what you want as an individual. So all these choices, I have them, I offer them to you. I tell you, these are the advantages of a direct hire company, these are the advantages of an agency that pays everything for you, and this is the advantage of paying the whole process for you. We go through this on a one-to-one session. It's not like as a group, one-to-one, because you don't want to share your secrets with someone else. You don't want somebody to know, oh, I have this challenge, and you just want to keep it to yourself, between Coach Rose and you. So the next thing is, let me have a look here. And then have you signed a contract with another US employer? So obviously they're not expecting you to be applying with them, and yet you've signed another contract. And if you had signed another contract, you don't want this agency A, you want to move to agency B. How do you do it? Make sure that you pay agency A their money that they use in the process with you. If they paid for you the Pearson VUE and all that, make sure you pay them before you move to agency B, and they have given you the clearance letter, because some of the details that you will need with agency B once you're moving from agency A, you might have done I-140 with them, and you don't even know when your case complete is, you don't even know when your priority date is. There are so many other details that the agency A needs to release to you for you to be able to sign a new contract with agency B. And then, do you have a copy of your RN license and diploma certificate issued from your nursing school? It's a yes. So I hope to hear from you soon. So yeah, that's it basically. So if you want us to start the process, hit me up on my inbox on WhatsApp, because my number is on my bio. So just go to my bio, pick my WhatsApp number, and then you can inbox me on WhatsApp. Then we can go through the process with you. Bye bye.